Hi everyone, it is me, XENA here, or XENA Pappas, or XENA Vinfipolis here, and today we're going to talk about folks all worried about the new Youway Id Oversight, or self, or name sheet, or self sheet. Now, a lot of folks think, we're worried about how was it going to work? How will the tool know who was grown up and who wasn't? You know, Now, I don't got any answers to it, but here we are. It's been a week since the oversight came in, and I'm still here. You know, the website wasn't saying, "Oh, you're you're gonna have to put in your name sheet, or your driver's deal, or your pass sheet, because we might think that you're a kid or a betweener or someone who's not shouldn't be here." Well, no, that hasn't happened. But a lot of folks were putting the fear of God into everyone about it. Folks saying, why should the website be asking for this shit? Oh, first off, when you made your Google reckoning or your Euro reckoning or whatever reckoning you made at whatever website it was, they did ask you to put a little bit about yourself in there. Your name, your last name, where you were from. You could, I guess, the birth date and year, and some other things. So you folks already did put a little bit about yourself in when you made your reckonings. Enough for the tool to know, yeah, they're old enough, give them a pass. Now, I think the oversight works more for folks who are coming on Euro, who are making, I guess, Google reckonings or Euro reckonings or whatever they're making. Folks who somehow lie about how old they are. And you might say, how can someone do that? Well, a lot of folks are not truthful about themselves, and you maybe have kids and betweeners who maybe not old enough to handle watching things on Euro or uploading things or whatever. And yeah, some of them could lie. They could make up a month, date, and year. Or when a film is year gated, either by Euro itself or by the uploader, they could, lie and say that they are old enough to watch it. Now, Euro might think, well, if anyone isn't older than 8 between, then who's going to have a name sheet? Well, I guess you could be a kid and a betweener and have a name sheet. I guess you could. I don't know how old someone has to be before you can lawfully get a name sheet if you want to. As far as getting a driver deals go, most Reichs make it where you got to be 8 between years old and go through sundry years of learning driving before you can get a driver's deal. And I don't know how old one has to be before you get a step deal. I don't know. Ask the Wickerdom of Reich about that one. But anyway, yeah, those are going to be things that most grown-ups are going to have on them, that very few kids and betweeners will have. Now, could someone be guessed wrong? Yeah, I guess likely could happen. It hasn't happened to us, but most likely there are sundry fairways that have been open for years, some going back to when the website first started.
Okay, you know what I think, Skip?
Could it get could it get someone's wrong? I believe it could, but less likely. But then what would someone have to do? Go seek the ringer tool up on their Y speaker or reckoner and send it in? Who knows? But luckily, it never guessed any of my reckonings wrong. But then there were so many fairways on Euro going back to 2005 while to now that it would be there forever. Looking at how old the Google reckoning was, what kind of films, live streaming, shorts, and podcasts it was, what was being watched, what was being liked, the date, month, and year of when the someone put in when they made a reckoning. Well, your guess is good as mine in that one. Oh well, that's just my thought on it. Give it a like, share, and play, listen, and I'll see you later.